Hello, beautiful soul. Come, sit with me for a moment. Take a deep breath in and let it out slowly. Feel yourself settling into this space where we can talk heart to heart, just you and me. I want you to know that whatever brought you here tonight, whatever financial worries are weighing on your heart, you are not alone. I see you. I feel your concerns, and I understand the heaviness that comes when money feels scarce or when abundance seems like something that happens to other people but never to you. You might be lying in bed at night, your mind racing with thoughts about bills, about not having enough, about wondering how you'll make it through another month. Perhaps you've tried so many things to improve your financial situation, and yet nothing seems to shift. Maybe you feel like you're working so hard, but the money just slips through your fingers like water. Or perhaps you have money, but you never feel secure, never feel like it's enough, always worried it will disappear. I want you to breathe with me right now. Breathe in peace and breathe out that tension you've been carrying. Tonight, we're going to create something beautiful together. We're going to plant seeds of prosperity in the most fertile ground of all, your subconscious mind while you sleep. But first, we need to create a safe space for this work, because transformation happens best when we feel held and supported. The truth is, sweet one, that abundance is your birthright. You were born to live a life of plenty, not just surviving, but thriving. The universe wants to support you, wants to shower you with blessings, but sometimes we have barriers in place that keep that flow from reaching us. These barriers aren't your fault. They were built from old programming, from things you learned when you were small, from a world that often teaches us that money is hard to come by or that we must struggle to be worthy of it. Tonight, we're going to work with the incredible power of your mind while it rests. When you sleep, your conscious mind steps aside and your subconscious mind becomes beautifully receptive to new information, new beliefs, new possibilities. This is when the real magic happens. This is when we can reprogram those old limiting thoughts about money and replace them with thoughts that serve your highest good. I've watched thousands of people transform their relationship with money, not through forcing or pushing or struggling, but through gentle, loving work with their inner world. The mind and body are connected in ways we're only beginning to understand, and when we shift our inner landscape, our outer world begins to mirror that change. When we change our thoughts about money, money begins to flow differently in our lives. So take another breath with me. Feel your shoulders dropping. Feel your jaw relaxing. We're going to approach this work with curiosity and compassion, never judgment. Whatever comes up for you as we explore your relationship with money, we'll meet it with love. You are safe here. You are supported here. And you are ready for the miracles that are waiting to unfold in your life. Let's talk about money, shall we? But not in the way the world usually talks about money, with stress and worry and fear. Let's talk about money the way we would talk about love or friendship or any other beautiful part of life, because money, at its essence, is energy. It's a tool for creating, for sharing, for experiencing the fullness of life. But somewhere along the way, many of us learned to see it differently. When you were small, what did you hear about money in your home? Close your eyes for a moment and let your mind drift back. Maybe you heard, money doesn't grow on trees, or we can't afford that, or rich people are greedy, or you have to work hard for every penny. These weren't said to hurt you. The adults in your life were doing their best with what they knew. But these early messages became the foundation of your beliefs about money, and those beliefs have been running your financial life ever since. Think about how you feel in your body when you think about money. Does your stomach tighten? Do your shoulders tense up? Does your breathing become shallow? These physical responses are your body's way of showing you that there are old wounds here, old fears that need your loving attention. Your body holds the memory of every time you felt scared about money, every time you felt shame about not having enough, every time you felt guilty for wanting more. But here's what I want you to understand. Those old beliefs, those old fears, they're not the truth about you. They're just thoughts that you learned, and anything that can be learned can be unlearned. You have the power to choose new thoughts, to create new beliefs, to write a new story about your relationship with money. And the beautiful thing is, you don't have to do this through struggle or force. You can do it gently, lovingly, while you sleep. Your subconscious mind is like a garden. For years, it's been growing the plants that were seeded there in your childhood, perhaps plants of worry, scarcity, fear around money. But tonight, we're going to plant new seeds. Seeds of abundance, seeds of trust, seeds of knowing that you are worthy of all good things. And just like in a real garden, these new plants will grow slowly, steadily, naturally. The wonderful thing about working with your subconscious mind during sleep is that it bypasses all the resistance your conscious mind might have. Your conscious mind might say, "But I don't deserve wealth," or "People like me don't have money," or "I've never been good with money." But when you're sleeping, that critical voice quiets down, and your deeper mind becomes open to receiving new, loving messages about your worthiness and your capacity for abundance. This isn't about trying to get rich quick or manifesting lottery winnings. This is about healing your relationship with money from the inside out. This is about releasing the old fear and shame and replacing them with trust and appreciation and openness to receive. When you change your inner world, your outer world naturally begins to shift. Opportunities start appearing, resources start flowing, doors start opening that you never even knew existed. Now, let me tell you about something magical that happens in the evening hours, especially as you prepare for sleep. This is when your body naturally begins to slow down, when your breathing deepens, when your mind starts to quiet. In many spiritual traditions, this twilight time is considered sacred, a bridge between the active world of the day and the restorative world of night. It's in this liminal space that we become most receptive to change, most open to receiving new possibilities. The evening ritual we're going to create together isn't complicated or fancy. It doesn't require special tools or expensive ingredients. What it requires is your intention, your attention, and your willingness to be gentle with yourself. We're going to create a simple ceremony that signals to every part of your being, your mind, your body, your spirit, that you're ready to receive abundance in your life. The concept of drinking in abundance isn't just metaphorical, though the metaphor is beautiful. When we mindfully consume something, whether it's water, tea, warm milk, or any nourishing liquid, we're taking in life force, We're literally bringing something from outside ourselves into our bodies where it becomes part of us. This physical act becomes a powerful symbol for receiving abundance in all its forms. Think about how you feel when you're truly thirsty and you take that first satisfying drink of cool water. Your whole body responds with gratitude. Every cell seems to sigh with relief and satisfaction. This is the same kind of deep cellular receiving we want to cultivate around abundance. We want your whole being to remember what it feels like to receive, to be nourished, to have your needs met and exceeded. But the magic isn't just in the drinking, it's in the consciousness you bring to the drinking. When you prepare your evening abundance elixir with intention, when you hold it with reverence, when you consume it with full awareness and gratitude, you're participating in an ancient human practice of using physical ritual to create spiritual transformation. You're telling your subconscious mind, in a language it understands deeply, that you're ready to receive good things. The reason bedtime is such a powerful time for this work has to do with how your brain functions throughout the day. During your waking hours, your brain is in what we call beta brainwave state, alert, analytical, sometimes anxious. As you prepare for sleep, your brain waves naturally slow down, moving through alpha state, relaxed awareness, and into theta state, the twilight between waking and sleeping. It's in this theta state that your subconscious mind becomes most receptive to new programming. Scientists have discovered that the theta brainwave state is when learning and healing happen most easily. It's when your brain processes the day's experiences and integrates new information. It's also when you're most susceptible to suggestion, which is why affirmations and visualizations done during this time can be so powerful. Your critical, logical mind steps back, and your deeper, more intuitive mind steps forward. When you combine this natural receptivity with the symbolic power of ritual, you create the perfect conditions for transformation. You're not just thinking about abundance, you're embodying it. You're not just hoping for change, you're actively participating in creating it. And you're doing it all in the most gentle, natural way possible, working with your body's rhythms rather than against them. The sacred space I'm inviting you to create isn't about having the perfect room or the perfect conditions. Sacred space is created by your intention, by your presence, by your willingness to show up fully for yourself. It might be your bedroom, your kitchen table, a comfortable chair in your living room. What matters is that you designate this space and this time as holy, as set apart for your transformation. When you create sacred space, you're sending a message to yourself and to the universe that this work matters, that you matter, that your dreams and desires are worthy of attention and care. You're stepping out of the busy, distracted energy of everyday life and into a slower, more intentional way of being. In this space, miracles become possible because you've made room for them. Now let's talk about creating your abundance elixir. This sounds mysterious, doesn't it? But truly, it's the simplest thing in the world. Your abundance elixir can be a cup of warm water, a soothing herbal tea, warm milk with a touch of honey, or any liquid that feels nourishing to you. The power isn't in what you choose to drink. The power is in how you prepare it, how you bless it, and how you receive it into your body. I want you to approach this preparation as if you were making medicine for someone you love deeply, because you are. You're making medicine for your soul, medicine for your relationship with abundance, medicine for your capacity to receive all the good things life wants to give you. Every step of this preparation is an act of self-love, an act of faith in your worthiness to receive. Start by choosing your vessel, your cup, your mug, your glass. Hold it in your hands for a moment. Feel its weight, its temperature, its texture. This simple cup is about to become a sacred container for your dreams, for your intentions, for your openness to abundance. Thank it silently for holding space for your transformation. When we bring consciousness to even the smallest acts, we infuse them with power. As you prepare your liquid, whether you're heating water, steeping tea, or warming milk, do it slowly, mindfully. Watch the steam rise and see it as your prayers and intentions ascending to the universe. Breathe in the aroma and let it fill not just your lungs, but your whole being with anticipation and peace. This is meditation in action. This is prayer in motion. Now comes the most important part, infusing your drink with intention. Hold the cup in both hands, feeling its warmth against your palms. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. Feel your heart opening. Feel love flowing from your heart down through your arms and into your hands, and from your hands into the liquid you're holding. You're literally blessing this drink with your love, your hope, your faith in what's possible. Speak to your drink, either out loud or silently in your heart. Tell it about your dreams. Tell it about your desire for financial peace, for abundance that flows easily and naturally into your life. Tell it about your willingness to receive, your readiness to step into a new relationship with money. Don't worry about finding the perfect words. Your sincerity is what matters, not your eloquence. You might say something like, I bless this drink with my intention to receive abundance easily and joyfully. I infuse it with my gratitude for all the blessings already in my life. I charge it with my faith that the universe supports me in creating financial peace and prosperity. As I drink this liquid, I open every cell of my body to receive abundance in all its forms. Feel free to add your own words, your own hopes, your own dreams. This is your ritual, your sacred moment, your conversation with the universe. Trust what wants to come through you. Trust that your heart knows exactly what needs to be said. The universe isn't listening to your words as much as it's feeling your intention, your sincerity, your openness to receive. As you hold your blessed drink, notice how it feels different now than it did when you first prepared it. It carries your intention now. It holds your prayers. It's no longer just tea or water or milk. It's become a vehicle for transformation, a liquid embodiment of your willingness to change, to grow, to receive the abundance that is your birthright. This blessing isn't just symbolic, it's energetic. Everything in the universe is energy, including your thoughts, your emotions, your intentions. When you consciously direct that energy into something physical, you're creating a bridge between the invisible world of possibility and the visible world of manifestation. You're taking the abstract concept of abundance and giving it form, giving it substance, giving it a way to enter your life through your body. Some people worry that this sounds too mystical or unscientific, but the truth is, We're always infusing our food and drink with our energy. When someone cooks with love, we can taste it. When someone serves us with resentment, we can feel it. What we're doing here is simply becoming conscious of this natural process and directing it toward our highest good. Before we move to the next part of our practice, let's talk about gratitude, the foundation that makes all abundance possible. Gratitude isn't just a nice spiritual concept. It's the most practical tool you have for transforming your financial reality. When you're truly grateful for what you have, you're telling the universe that you know how to appreciate abundance, that you're a good steward of blessings, that you're ready to receive more. But I understand that when money is tight, when bills are piling up, when you're worried about the future, gratitude can feel forced or fake. How can you be grateful when you're struggling? How can you appreciate what you have when what you have doesn't feel like enough? This is where we need to start small, start gentle, start with what's true right now in this moment. Look around you right now. You have air to breathe, that's abundance. You have a roof over your head, that's abundance. You have clean water to drink, that's abundance. You have a body that's working to keep you alive every moment without you having to think about it. That's extraordinary abundance. These might seem like small things, but they're actually enormous miracles that millions of people in the world don't have access to. When we start acknowledging the abundance that's already present in our lives, we shift our vibration from scarcity to appreciation. We move from focusing on what's missing to recognizing what's here. And this shift in perception is like tuning into a different radio station. Suddenly we start picking up signals of abundance that were always there, but that we couldn't receive when we were tuned into the frequency of lack. As you hold your blessed drink, let's begin this gratitude practice together. Take a moment to appreciate the warmth in your hands. Be grateful for your hands themselves, these miraculous tools that allow you to create, to touch, to hold, to give, and receive. Be grateful for your sense of taste that will allow you to enjoy this drink. Be grateful for your digestive system that will transform this liquid into nourishment for your body. Now expand your gratitude beyond this moment. Think of one person who has shown you kindness recently. Maybe a friend who listened, a stranger who smiled, a family member who cared. Feel appreciation for that connection, for the abundance of love that exists in your life, even when other things feel scarce. Love is the greatest abundance of all, and you have access to it every moment of every day. Think of one experience from today that brought you even a moment of pleasure. Maybe the warmth of sunshine on your face, the taste of something delicious, a song that made you smile, a moment of laughter. These experiences are gifts, abundances that money can't buy, reminders that you live in a universe that wants to delight you, that wants to bring you joy. Now, and this might be harder, let's find something to appreciate about your current financial situation. Maybe you're grateful that you have a job, even if it doesn't pay as much as you'd like. Maybe you're grateful for a friend who has helped you financially, even if you wish you didn't need help. Maybe you're grateful that you've made it this far, that you've survived financial challenges before, that you have the resilience to keep going. If you can't find anything to appreciate about your money situation right now, that's okay too. Just appreciate your willingness to be here, to try something new, to open your heart to the possibility of change. Appreciate your courage in facing your fears about money rather than avoiding them. Appreciate your commitment to your own growth and healing. As you acknowledge these blessings with your cup in your hands, feel them sinking in not just mentally but physically. Let gratitude fill your chest. Let it warm your belly. Let it relax your shoulders. Gratitude isn't just a mental exercise. It's a full body experience that changes your chemistry, your energy, your magnetic field. When you're genuinely grateful, you become a magnet for more things to be grateful for. Now, with each sip you're about to take, we're going to layer in appreciation for the abundance that's flowing toward you. This is where faith comes in, not blind faith, but faith based on the understanding that the universe is always responding to your inner state, always matching your vibration, always bringing you experiences that align with your dominant thoughts and feelings. With your first sip, appreciate the abundance that's already on its way to you, even if you can't see it yet. Trust that your willingness to change, your commitment to healing your relationship with money, has already set forces in motion. The universe has heard your desire for financial peace and is already orchestrating the people, circumstances, and opportunities that will make it possible. With your second sip, appreciate your own worthiness to receive. This might be the hardest part for many people, truly believing that you deserve abundance, that you're worthy of financial ease, that it's okay for you to have more than just enough. But your worthiness isn't based on what you've done or achieved or earned. It's based on the simple fact that you exist, that you're here, that you're part of this magnificent universe that wants all its children to thrive. With each subsequent sip, let gratitude and appreciation fill you more completely. You're not just drinking liquid, you're drinking in trust, drinking in faith, drinking in the absolute certainty that abundance is your natural state, and you're simply returning to what has always been true about you. Now, my dear one, we come to a tender part of our journey together, releasing the fears and blocks that have kept abundance at arm's length. I know this isn't easy. Money fears run deep, often deeper than we realize. They live in our bones, in our nervous system, in the very cells of our body. These fears weren't created overnight, and they won't disappear overnight, but tonight we begin the gentle process of letting them go. Take another sip of your blessed drink and feel it warming you from the inside. As you swallow, acknowledge that you're ready to release what no longer serves you. You're ready to let go of the old stories, the old fears, the old beliefs that have kept you small and struggling. This isn't about judging these fears or being angry at them. They were trying to protect you in the only way they knew how. But now you're ready to thank them and let them go. Maybe your fear is about not having enough, the gnawing anxiety that there will never be enough money, enough security, enough to feel safe. This fear often comes from experiences of lack in childhood, from watching parents struggle, from times when basic needs weren't met. Feel this fear in your body right now. Where does it live? In your stomach, your chest, your throat? Breathe into that place and send it love. With your next sip, speak to this fear gently. Thank you, fear of not having enough, for trying to keep me safe. Thank you for making me careful with money, for helping me appreciate what I have. But I don't need you to protect me in this way anymore. I'm learning to trust that the universe provides for me. I'm discovering that there is always enough when I align with abundance consciousness. You can relax now. You can let go. Maybe your fear is about being judged for having money. The worry that if you become prosperous, people will think you're greedy or selfish, that you'll lose friends, that you'll become someone you don't want to be. This fear often comes from messages we received about money being the root of evil, about rich people being bad people. But money is just energy, and energy takes on the consciousness of the person who holds it. Take another sip and address this fear with compassion. Thank you, fear of judgment, for trying to help me stay connected to others, for wanting me to be a good person. I understand now that having money doesn't make me bad. It makes me more able to help, to give, to create positive change in the world. Money in the hands of good people does good things. I can be prosperous and kind, wealthy and generous, abundant and humble. Perhaps your deepest fear is about your own worthiness, the belief that people like you don't deserve wealth, that you haven't done enough or been enough to merit abundance. This is the most painful fear of all because it strikes at the core of who you think you are. But it's also the most important one to heal because your sense of worthiness affects every area of your life. Sip your drink slowly and speak to your heart with infinite tenderness. Beloved self, you are worthy of abundance simply because you exist. Your worthiness isn't something you have to earn or prove or achieve. It's your birthright as a child of the universe. You are worthy of love, worthy of joy, worthy of peace, and yes, worthy of financial abundance, not because of what you do, but because of who you are. With each sip you take, you're literally swallowing these new truths, taking them into your body where they can begin to replace the old limiting beliefs. Your body doesn't know the difference between what's happening in your imagination and what's happening in reality. It responds to both with the same physiological changes. So as you practice releasing fear and embracing worthiness, your nervous system begins to relax, your stress hormones decrease, and your body starts vibrating at the frequency of abundance rather than scarcity. Some of you might be feeling emotional right now, and that's perfectly natural. Tears are liquid prayers, a way your soul releases what it no longer needs to carry. If you feel like crying, let the tears come. They're washing away years of pain around money, years of feeling not enough, years of struggling and striving and never feeling secure. Let them flow and know that with each tear, you're making space for something beautiful to grow. Forgiveness is such an important part of this releasing process. You might need to forgive yourself for financial mistakes you've made, for overspending, for not saving, for making poor investments, for trusting the wrong people with your money. You might need to forgive others who hurt you financially, employers who didn't pay you fairly, family members who didn't teach you about money, partners who were irresponsible with finances. Take a sip and breathe in forgiveness. I forgive myself for all the financial mistakes I've made. I was doing the best I could with what I knew at the time. I forgive everyone who has ever hurt me financially. They too were doing the best they could with their own fears and limitations. I release all resentment, all anger, all blame. I choose to see every experience as a teacher, helping me grow in wisdom and compassion. As you release these old energies, You're creating space, space in your heart, space in your mind, space in your life for new abundance to flow. Nature abhors a vacuum, and when you clear out the old, the new rushes in to fill the space. You're not just letting go of what you don't want, you're making room for what you do want. Now, with your cup still warm in your hands, let's plant the seeds of your new financial reality. This is where the magic really begins to happen. You've cleared the ground by releasing old fears and beliefs. You've prepared the soil with gratitude and appreciation. Now it's time to plant the seeds of the abundance you want to experience. Close your eyes and take a slow, intentional sip. As the liquid goes down, feel it carrying your new beliefs about money into every cell of your body. See yourself living with financial ease, paying your bills with joy rather than stress, having money left over after all your needs are met, being able to give generously to causes you care about, feeling peaceful and secure about your financial future. Don't worry about the how right now. Don't let your logical mind jump in with all the reasons why this seems impossible. Just focus on the feeling of financial abundance, the peace and freedom and joy it would bring. Your subconscious mind thinks in pictures and feelings, not in logic and strategy. It doesn't need to know how abundance will come. It just needs to know what abundance feels like so it can start attracting experiences that match that feeling. With another sip, plant the seed of unexpected income flowing into your life. Maybe it's a raise at work, a new opportunity, a gift from an unexpected source, money owed to you finally being repaid. See it coming easily, naturally, in ways that are perfect for you. Feel the surprise and delight of receiving money you weren't expecting. Take another sip and plant the seed of your bills being paid easily and on time. See your bank account with more than enough to cover everything you need. Feel the relief and peace of never having to worry about whether there's enough money. See yourself paying bills with gratitude rather than resentment, knowing that every payment you make is energy flowing through you to support others and keep the economy thriving. With your next sip, plant the seed of enjoying money, of having a healthy, happy relationship with it. See yourself making financial decisions from wisdom rather than fear, saving money because it feels good to build security rather than because you're afraid of not having enough. See yourself spending money joyfully on things that enhance your life and the lives of those you love. As you continue sipping, plant seeds of generosity and giving. See yourself able to help others financially, to contribute to causes that matter to you, to tip generously, to buy gifts without worrying about the cost. Abundance isn't just about having enough for yourself, it's about having enough to share, enough to contribute to the well-being of others. With each sip, you're programming your subconscious mind with these new possibilities. You're teaching your deeper self what abundance looks like, feels like, sounds like in your life. Your subconscious mind is like a faithful servant. It will work tirelessly to bring you experiences that match the pictures and feelings you give it. So be generous with your vision, be bold with your dreams, be specific with your desires. Some people worry that it's selfish to want money, but abundance consciousness isn't about greed, it's about flow. When you're financially abundant, you're not taking money away from others. You're increasing the flow of abundance for everyone. You're creating jobs, supporting businesses, contributing to your community. Your prosperity lifts others up rather than putting them down. As you near the bottom of your cup, take a moment to appreciate this ritual you've just completed. You've honored your fears and released them with love. You've planted seeds of prosperity in the fertile ground of your subconscious mind. You've participated in an ancient human practice of using ceremony and intention to create change. Now comes the beautiful part, the surrender. Finish your drink slowly, savoring every last drop. As you swallow that final sip, you're completing a sacred act of trust. You're saying to the universe, I've done my part. I've prepared my heart. I've planted my seeds. I've aligned my energy with abundance. Now I trust you to bring these dreams into reality in the perfect way and the perfect time. Place your empty cup down gently, as if you were setting down something precious, because you are. This cup has held your dreams, your intentions, your willingness to change. Thank it silently for being part of your transformation. Some people like to keep their abundance cup in a special place, using it only for this evening ritual. Others prefer to return it to regular use, knowing that it now carries the energy of abundance with it always. Take a deep breath and feel the shift that has occurred within you. You might feel lighter, more peaceful, more hopeful. You might feel a quiet excitement about what's possible, or you might simply feel tired and ready for sleep, and that's perfect too. Your conscious mind doesn't need to process everything that just happened. The real work will continue while you sleep. Prepare for bed in whatever way feels nurturing to you. As you brush your teeth, wash your face, put on your pajamas, do these activities with the same mindfulness you brought to your drinking ritual. You're continuing to honor this sacred time, this transition from waking consciousness to sleeping consciousness, from the outer world to the inner world where transformation happens. When you slip under your covers, take a moment to appreciate your bed, your pillow, your warm blankets. You're surrounded by abundance even now, the abundance of comfort, of rest, of a safe place to lay your head. Feel your body sinking into the mattress. Feel your muscles relaxing. Feel your breathing becoming deeper and slower. Set an intention for your sleep. Something like, as I sleep tonight, my subconscious mind integrates all the abundance programming I've given it. While I rest, my inner self aligns with prosperity consciousness. I sleep peacefully knowing that financial miracles are being arranged for me even now. Release any need to control how or when these changes will appear in your life. Release any timeline or deadline you might have set. Trust that the universe knows the perfect timing for your abundance to manifest. Your job is to maintain the feeling of abundance, to stay open to receive, to notice and appreciate the signs of positive change as they begin to appear. Some nights you might fall asleep immediately after this ritual. Other nights you might lie awake feeling excited about the possibilities you've just planted. Both are perfect. If you can't sleep right away, don't worry or stress about it. Just continue to breathe deeply and hold the feeling of abundance in your heart. Let your mind drift to pleasant thoughts about your prosperous future. When morning comes, whether it's tomorrow morning or any morning after you've done this practice, Allow yourself to wake up gently. Before you get out of bed, before you check your phone or think about your to-do list, take a moment to check in with yourself. How do you feel? Do you notice any shift in your energy around money? Any new thoughts or insights about abundance? Don't expect dramatic overnight changes, though they sometimes happen. More often, transformation occurs gradually, like a sunrise that slowly brightens the sky. You might notice small shifts first: a friend buying you lunch, finding money in an old coat pocket, getting a discount you weren't expecting. These are signs that your abundance frequency is activating. Pay attention to your thoughts and feelings about money throughout the day. When old fear thoughts arise, gently remind yourself of the new beliefs you planted the night before. When you pay a bill, remember that you're participating in the flow of abundance. When you receive money, no matter how small the amount, receive it with gratitude and appreciation. Consider keeping a simple abundance journal where you write down all the ways money and abundance show up in your life each day. Include everything: the free coffee a friend bought you, the parking meter that still had time on it, the unexpected rebate check, the coupon that saved you money. Training yourself to notice abundance in all its forms helps you become a magnet for more abundance. Most importantly, be patient and gentle with yourself as you practice this new way of being. You're rewiring neural pathways that have been in place for years, maybe decades. You're healing generational patterns around money that might go back further than you know. This is sacred work, important work, and it deserves your patience and compassion. My beautiful friend, as we come to the end of our time together tonight, I want you to know how proud I am of you for taking this step, for being willing to look at your relationship with money with honesty and love, for opening your heart to the possibility of change. The fact that you're here, that you've listened this far, that you're willing to try something new, tells me everything I need to know about your readiness for transformation. The abundance elixir you've just created and consumed is now part of you, working its magic in ways both seen and unseen. The seeds you've planted in your subconscious mind are already beginning to sprout. The fears you've released with love have loosened their grip on your life. You've taken a powerful step toward the financial freedom and abundance that is your birthright. Remember, this isn't a one-time practice. This is a new way of living, a new way of relating to money and abundance. Some nights you might do the full ritual exactly as we've done it tonight. Other nights you might simply hold a glass of water with gratitude and intention before drinking it. What matters isn't the complexity of the ritual. What matters is the consciousness you bring to it. Trust the process, even when you can't see immediate results. Trust your worthiness, even when old doubts arise. Trust the universe's desire to support you, even when circumstances seem challenging. You are so much more powerful than you know, so much more deserving than you've been taught to believe, so much more supported than you can imagine. The financial miracles you're seeking are not somewhere far away, waiting to maybe happen someday. They're right here, right now, in the shift that's occurring within you. They're in your willingness to see yourself differently, to believe in your worthiness, to open your heart to receive. The outer changes will follow the inner changes as naturally as spring follows winter. Sleep well tonight, dear one. Sleep with the peaceful knowing that you are held, you are loved, you are supported, and you are abundant. Wake up tomorrow ready to notice the miracles that are already beginning to unfold in your life. Your journey to financial abundance has begun, and it's going to be more beautiful than you can imagine. Sweet dreams, and may you wake up to a world full of financial miracles.